Good evening and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this evening. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm, okay? So like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things, okay? Um I want you guys to know how much I appreciate you so much for being subscribers, okay? All of my old subscribers, all of my new subscribers, all of my future subscribers, okay? And if you haven't, go subscribe to my Real Talk with Tamara 2 TOO. I would really appreciate that. Okay, I wanted to talk about YOGOTTI gets Ralo social media taken. Says he's shopping for Angelasimmons, okay, just because. And Miajaye wants justice for Young Dolph because Miajaye know who played a part, who was the main source of taking Young Dolph outright. I think about you know, Ralo, okay? When Ralo got out, Ralo seems to be 10 toes down. You could tell that he's definitely a man's man, okay? That's how he appears to be. And there was a lot of hype about Ralo, because of his talent and, his affiliation with Young Dolph. But he came straight out letting it be known that he rocked with Young Dolph and that he didn't have a whole no beef with Yo Gotti and them, but he could never deal with them because of his loyalty to Young Dolph, right? And so now I'm hearing that Ralo's social media has been taken, and we know that they have a history of doing things of that nature. I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be like a power move or something. You get people's social medias taken because this is how these artists are able to promote what they have going on. This is how they make money because they make money and stuff off of Instagram and YouTube and things of that nature. So if you take his social media, okay, so you can't he can't promote himself. He can't, I guess he feels that again, as they play God with Young Dolph, okay? Um I'm God, I can do that, right? I can get your social media taken and try and affect your livelihood. So I think about even with Young Dolph, even with everything that they did to try and block Young Dolph. There were rumors about that they would pay the radio station not to spin his records, but then Young Dolph could outbid them, right? And then turn around and go and pay another radio station to spin his records. You see what I mean? Like he already had money when he went into it, so it's hard to block a person with money. Like he didn't have to go and beg nobody to be on his features because when he walked there in there and he had that money for Snoop Dogg and T.I. and all of them, all of that, I'm riding with this side went out the window. They ain't care nothing about anything but green, okay? And I still think even though hey, it still made them they was, because they couldn't do it like that. He said that everything that he needed was in that backpack, whatever they asked for, that's what he gave them, right? So I think the mere fact that they couldn't hold him down, they felt like the only other option was to just take him out. I can't stop him. They didn't think about, that I'm not God. So they took his life and they ultimately in the end took their very own lives because they're gonna have to pay for what they've done, and it's coming around real quick, okay? I wanted to put a video up, but I didn't upload it. I wish that I could upload it. Yo Gotti says that he's shopping for Angela just because, right? He says that, I'm shopping for Shorty just because and all of that crazy stuff. And let me see. I think this is it right here. I think I can send it to my social media and I think I can. He's talking about he's just shopping for her for a rainy day. But I think about how Young Dolph, when in his videos where he would just be shopping, he went into um I forget the store that he liked. I don't know if it was Gucci or Louis or whatever, Louis Vuitton, and he goes in there and he spends like $250,000 and pays in cash because he's just waiting. Got Miajaye all the purses, got his kids, all the cute little stuff while he was in there shopping. You know what I mean? Like, I know it has to be hard for Miajaye, especially knowing that 2 years ago these Negroes decided that they wanted to take the love of her life away, and now he wants to try and coddle and finesse this girl, just like Young Dolph used to do her. I know it's got to be hard. And I wonder oftentimes, because I listen to the stress in his voice, and I know he got to know what's coming down the pipeline. Okay. If even if it ain't coming for him yet, he know what's coming for what's coming for um his artists. I'm getting ready to let's see, I'm getting ready to I think I can I'm getting ready to show you all because I like to show visuals and stuff. Yeah, I'm so tired of those dogs. I don't know what to do. They fighting, and I'm just tired of trying to break them up. Okay, and so just looking at that, and it's almost like instead of being jealous of Young Dolph, you know what I mean, and just stepping your game up. It seemed like to me they felt like, but it was a lot of other stuff that went behind, taking Young Dolph out. Some people wanted to control Young Dolph's territory. They also wanted to control Memphis because Young Dolph had the type of personality where he just went big and he went hard. If he didn't go big, he didn't go at all, right? That's the type of personality that he had, and so hey, when people get on here and say, well, Young Dolph wasn't innocent. I never said that he was innocent. I'm not saying that. None of us are innocent. We all do things that we should not do, right? But I've always said that he was not a threat to them because he had the amount of money that was necessary to do whatever he needed anybody to do. Okay, he could have easily got back at God in them or anybody in their camp, but he did not do that, right? So um it lets me know that he was not even a threat to them, and to just take that young man out like that is absolutely unacceptable. And when I see Miajaye and how she's hurting, um it's really devastating to me, right? I ordered my Black Men Deserve to Grow Old sweater today, and I got my nephew a Black Men Deserve to Go Grow Old t-shirt. No, I think it's Black Fathers Deserve to Grow Old t-shirt. And I got a 2T pink, that's Aria's collection, for my grandbaby. Okay. So I did the darn thing today as it relates to that. I said I was going to show them support, and that's exactly what I did. And I want people to see me wearing it when I'm on my TV show. I want people to see me wearing that. And I really wish I could find the shirt dress like Miajaye had on. That's something that I could wear also. But I want to show you guys this right here. Ooh, child. Is it that little? Yeah, I guess I'm not gonna be able to show it. I guess it's too little. I guess it's not meant for me to show it. Shit. That's all I know. Maybe it ain't meant for me to show it. Oh, it didn't come through right. That's what it was. It didn't come through right. I ain't gonna worry about it. It's supposed to be a video, but it didn't come through right. But he's talking about he's just out in New York shopping or wherever he's at on a rainy day, just because he's getting Angela some things. And like I said, I know this gotta hurt Miajaye to see that, knowing that these people um it is alleged that they are a part of the taking the love of her life away. But God says, when I get him back, you're gonna see me get him back. But in listening to him, I can hear the stress in his voice. Like I said, he knows that there's a end date for all of this. Hey, Yo Gotti, had hits and stuff. this didn't have to happen. You know what I mean? Him and Dolph could have had a friendly competition going on that would have kept him on his toes. But at this point, nobody really respects him because you just take your competition out like that and then say, allegedly, and then say, we winning. No, this is not how you do it. And then he was supposed to have more respect for Memphis than that. You don't go and take out a fellow Memphian that's making his mark, that's feeding people, that's feeding communities that you grew up in and stuff like that. No, it don't work like that. And then want to say I'm a family man. I see his brother, and I'm gonna tell you something. When people first started saying when this happened to Young Dolph, Big Juke's name came up before I even started vlogging, and people were saying YOGOTTI's brother, his name came up more, okay? And they would say, he was the one that did it, but he did it for his brother, okay? That is what was in the atmosphere in the very beginning before I even started vlogging, right? So when I started vlogging, I started watching his vlogs and stuff, and I was like, I was seeing with his kids and stuff. I was like, no, I don't. He seemed to be a good father and stuff. Those kids and stuff seem to love him, and I know I have a real great love for kids, right? And young adults, because I look at them as being kids, especially if they're in their early 20s and stuff. And I was like, well, maybe not. He's a father. He understands the importance of a man being in their kids' lives and raising their children. Surely he was not a part of something that's evil as taking another man from his children and leaving them devastated, because it hurts me every time I look in Trey's eyes and stuff. That's really hurtful, right? To see, because Trey remember his father, who was a constant source and just constant person in his life, right? He was constantly in his life, a constant presence in his life. And Aria, right? Aria is a baby. She might forget some stuff, but Trey would never forget, right? And so, so he's out believing, just living his best life. And it would have been a good thing. We all would have been rooting for him. If this had not happened, he finally manifested the woman that he always wanted. We all would have been happy, because I liked looking at Ron's house, I liked Ron's kids and stuff. But the circumstances and us knowing what we know, rather Angela know it or not, if she don't know it, she gonna know. Okay. There has to be some repercussions, and Angela came from a home where her father is a reverend. So Angela understands, reaping and sowing, right? She understands that, and she understands that. I don't know if she's talked to him about it or tried to get to the bottom of that or anything, because a lot of times people connect themselves with folks, okay, that got all of this karma attached to them, and they go through things that they don't necessarily have to go through. They ignore stuff instead of the spirit of God, okay, that's trying to quicken their spirits, because there's definitely going to be some issues in that situation, because there has to be some retribution as it relates to God, and that's the reaping and sowing, right? But yeah, he said he out just shopping just because. Hey, we wouldn't have no problem with that. I know I don't. I wouldn't. Only, Miajaye, he's out shopping while Miajaye is trying to pull herself together and pick up the pieces with what she has left. Okay. And try to get justice in totality for the man that she loves, the father of her children, that they decided that they was going to take out, and now they think that they're supposed to live their best life, while this lady is trying to pick up the pieces of her life that they left in crumbles, and her children's lives in crumbles. But they want to act like their father of the year. God just ain't gonna let that go. He ain't gonna let it work. Okay. He ain't gonna let it work. So, I'm with Miajaye 100% when she says I want justice for Young Dolph. Okay, and she's gonna get it. Okay, if you ain't been in my platinum, I dropped some bombshells up in there yesterday, so y'all need to go on over there. That's the reason why I say she gonna get it. I told y'all, okay, it's gonna be what I said it's gonna be. Okay, I've always said that. And it's going to be some retribution. And it's in the process of happening now. And it doesn't have anything to do with me. It's got everything to do with God having his people everywhere. That's why when people say, well, all of the police is crooked, I go, it ain't possible for everybody to be crooked. God still has his people everywhere, right? And so those people that he has in those areas, they doing the darn thing, okay? They're not going to get on here and tell you, yo, God got that stress in his voice. He ain't going to get on here and say it, because they have to give the illusion and they want to exert fear. That's all they got left, and give the illusion that, I got all this power. When the truth of the matter is, they holding on by a string and a prayer. Okay. But the thing about it is, God says that I'm not a man that I shall lie, nor the son of man where I have to repent. He says that my word shall not return void, but it shall go and prosper. So if he says that whatever a man soweth, that's just what they gonna reap. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. They sowed those seeds. And so it's reaping season for them. I've been saying that it's reaping season and indictment season. I told y'all. But that's just how it is. And so when I hear that stress in his voice, even when he say he on there shopping, hey, I guess, it may take a little longer to get to him, maybe. But we working on God's time, not on our time. It probably won't. Because one thing about people, when they get to looking at everything that them folks got on them, when they tell them what they got on them, everything they got on them, when they drop them the indictments, and hey, they get to looking at how many years they got, that's when folks start singing like a canary. Okay. That's normally what happens. Okay. But yeah, they're saying that he got Rallo's social media taken. So that's what we do now. That's what people do now. Work hard to connect with people so that they can ruin other people's lives. Rallo had a right to speak whatever he wanted to, just like Young Dolph did, right? So, hey, I tell you, y'all, it's something. It's something. But yeah, you know, get that platinum. I got a feeling I'm gonna be dropping most stuff in the platinum weeks to come. So y'all just go ahead and get it, because I'm be the first to do it. Okay. Um, so go ahead and get that and listen to what I said yesterday. Okay. And it keeps you on the right road. All right. But anyways, I just wanted to put that into the atmosphere. I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.